Welcome back. Earlier, it looked like Narendra Modi would win Gujarat, but perhaps get a few seats less than last time. Now, as the numbers stack up and there is a surge, it seems, in as the leads and the results are being tallied, it looks like Narendra Modi will actually gain on his performance of 117 the last time. Right now, he is leading in 121 seats. The Congress and Keshubhai Patel, which looked like they had earlier made some gains, some marginal gains, that's reversed too. At the moment, the Congress is actually down in 2 seats. So when
down
Mr.
in
Chidambaram
now, Barkha,
down in 4, okay, as
now,
I'm
so it's
speaking,
changing,
down in
it's
4.
going on sliding.
In the morning, we thought that Mr. Modi would win Gujarat, by the way, was never in doubt. So we were always looking at it as a story of margins. The earlier numbers seemed to suggest Mr. Modi would come down maybe about 7 to 10 seats. Now he's actually up, but maybe by the same number of seats.
Up to his 100, inching towards 127 2002 mark.
He's inching to the 2002
Whether
mark.
he gets there, another matter, but that's where he was.
Right.
127, 117, now moving up
Gaurav,
again.
how do you read that?
Well, I think, as I said right at the beginning, there is a late surge always. And he's got 2% more votes now for the first time in, I think, almost, there are very few states where the leading party gets more than 50% of the votes. I mean, any significant state.
Yeah.
This probably is the only one the last God knows how many years.
And Dorab, if I could just add to that, if you look at the total number of votes that he's got, you're right, they had 127 at a certain point. That was 49.9% of the votes.
Yeah.
This time, from the early indications on vote share, it's already 52%.
Yeah.
So where this is going to end up is a moot point. Now, that's the situation, of course, in Himachal, where it seems pretty clear cut. This is the vote share. Let's just look at it right now, what the latest is. 52% for the BJP. That's the vote share right now, and 41% for the Congress party. Others are 7. And let's just take a look at the swing from 2007. And remember, it's a swing from a state where the BJP, at a time when the BJP had already got very high. It's now a 3% swing in favor of the BJP, a 2% swing in favor of the Congress. There'll be some rounding errors, I'm sure. Others are down 4. So that's a really substantial amount of both vote share and a swing. And it's also a historic number. The BJP has never in Gujarat got more than 50% of the votes. Not in the polarized 2002 election, not in 2007, but now. So it's a really,
and so
really high number.
It's a different picture. As we've been saying, the victory was never in doubt, but if Gujarat was to be a story of margins, it looked different 2 hours ago, it looks different now. Either way, it made Modi a formidable force, but now if he does actually end up improving or matching his 2002 performance, which took place in a very inflammable situation right after the riots, I mean, it changes the story for the BJP's internal dynamics completely, doesn't it?
I think this, as both of you are saying, clearly this is a very significant victory. And the vote difference is very substantial, because an 11% vote difference between Congress and BJP is the story of this election.
Yeah.
However, if I may just suggest that I think the others have probably cut into the Congress vote, because the others have got about 7%. And that has maybe a vote that has been taken away from the Congress. Secondly, I think your point about this being very significant and what it means for national politics. I think while it is true that this is a very, very significant victory, but I think it still doesn't take away from, it should not for a moment take away from the fact that what is it that Modi's politics stands for. It's not an inclusive politics, it's a very divisive politics. I mean, his victory cannot put a cover on that. I mean, while we must celebrate democracy, we must celebrate the vibrancy of democracy, that was a competitive election, and it was a very high vote.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.